What's going on, everybody? Now, this is something that I have been talking about and warning about for some time. And when we see, I'm still not going to take sides, and I'm still not going to go and keep going with this whole George Webb, Dave Acton, lift the veil shit. Because as far as I'm concerned, the shit's over with me. Until they start providing new information and getting back on the journalistic point of view, I'm going to let them do their thing. This is the type of shit that I've been worried about. And here we go again. Now, the last, before I got into the whole George Webb thing, I was really focused on the term extremist and extremism because I was seeing it everywhere and I knew there was good reason for it. And I said that with all the direction, or all the shit that was going on, the direction that they were pointing us in was looking more and more like a crackdown on extremism, which is a term that you can define in as many different ways as you want to. Now, a liberal and a right-wing Republican might completely argue on the definition of an extremist. The Tea Party would argue with an anarchist what the definition of extremist is. There is no way to particularly define something other than somebody with strong, vigorous religious or political beliefs towards a certain topic. Doesn't have to be violence. Now, no coincidence that we just see this whole port of Charleston in South Carolina with the 4 cargo containers, and this might have something or not to do with that, but this goes to show. Now, that could be a real threat, it might not be, but these things are the things that hurt the community. Not that they weren't going this route anyway. So let me read a little bit of this article, and I got more for you guys. Google promises YouTube crackdown on online extremism. Google is promising to be more vigilant about preventing terrorist propaganda and other extremist videos from appearing on its YouTube site amid intensifying criticism about the internet's role in mass violence. Now, that's bullshit. I haven't even really heard of mass violence coming from the extremism that's coming from YouTube. And the shit that is obviously bullshit. They tried the whole Pizzagate thing, and we know who's tied into that. And I'm sure they're going to pull another one out of their ass pretty soon here and say, oh, this guy was completely indoctrinated and, arrived at all these whacked out nut job conspiracy theorist type ideas and ideologies and decided to go shoot up whatever. That's what they do. And the reason they do it is so they can do shit like this. Its crackdown will involve both computer programs and an expanded group of people dedicated to identifying videos promoting terrorism so they can be blocked from appearing on YouTube or quickly removed. Now, all you got to do is go over to the FBI website and read what they define as terrorism. Because it's not just strapping a bomb to your chest and running into a fucking mall. Terrorism is pretty much speech that they disagree with. And that is also extremism. So this is the direction they're headed in, and it's straight out censorship. Google is making the commitment in the wake of violent attacks in the U.S. and elsewhere. A van struck a crowd of people outside of London Mosque Sunday, the second time an automobile was used as a weapon in that city this month, and less than a week after a gunman attacked GOP lawmakers on a baseball field. Bullshit. And earlier this month, British Prime Minister Theresa May called on governments to form international agreements to prevent the spread of extremism online. Some proposed measures would hold companies legally accountable for the material posted on their sites, a liability that Google and other internet companies are trying to avert. Toward that end, Facebook last week pledged to use more advanced technology and more than 150 human reviewers to find and remove terrorist content before people see it on its social networking site. Now, I've already told you about some of these algorithms that Google has and the supercomputers that they're using over in Utah with all the storage space that they have. I mean, this place is massive with memory banks that could hold everything. Every move everybody makes anytime. Google's algorithms can actually predict what the people are going to do that day with an accuracy that is mind-blowing. Let me continue. Anti-hate groups like the Southern Poverty Law Center. Now, I've done videos on them, guys, and that maybe I'll make a follow-up just to show you exactly who these guys are, but check them out for yourselves. Have skewered Google and Facebook for doing too little to muzzle the hate groups online. Google, along with other companies such as Facebook, Microsoft, and Twitter, recently agreed to create an international forum to share and develop technology, support smaller businesses, and speed up their joint efforts against online terrorism. To step it up, its policing efforts, Google will nearly double the number of independent experts it uses to flag problematic content and expand its work with counter-extremist groups to help identify content that may be used to radicalize and recruit terrorists. Now, what kind of content do you suppose that is? Anything that's probably saying anything negative about the government, well, that could be used to radicalize or recruit terrorists, because we are the definition of the radicalized extremists according to them. The Mountain View, California company will also train more people to identify and remove extremist and terrorism-related content faster. Google also was taking a tougher stance on videos that don't clearly violate its policies but still offend broad swaths of society. Do you see that? Google also is taking a tougher stance on videos that don't clearly violate its policies but still offend broad swaths of societies. Who do you think that would be? All the Sandy Hook people that are doing everything that they can to get these videos down because, oh, the poor parents and the children that lost their lives. It's bullshit. And everybody fucking sees through it by now. And if they don't, they should probably fucking be locked up in the re-education camps and actually get some fucking education. Like those that contain inflammatory, religious, or supremacist content. Well, that's not it. YouTube won't remove those videos, but viewers will first have to click through an interstitial warning in order to see them. That's where it starts. Google also won't sell ads alongside this category of objectionable videos to reduce the money-making opportunities for their creators. These initiatives could help Google woo back major advertisers who began pulling back from YouTube earlier this year after learning that their brands sometimes appeared next to unsavory videos. YouTube also won't recommend these videos to its users, so say goodbye to that whole aspect, and it won't allow YouTube users to endorse them or leave comments. Go figure. All efforts aimed at limiting their popularity. So not that they haven't already been doing enough to keep us in a little closed corner here on YouTube. It's pretty much done. And you won't see it at first. They're going to slowly start incrementing all their policies and doing what they feel is necessary just so it doesn't happen immediately and they get the outcry that rightfully so should come. Google is also teaming up with Jigsaw, a company owned by its corporate parent Alphabet, to target online ads and potential ISIS recruits in hopes of diverting them anti-terrorist videos. So they're going to use ISIS for everything they can, including imperializing other countries, taking down governments and dictators or whoever they feel necessary. They're going to use them to completely do away with all the freedoms that you need to express yourself when it comes to the atrocities that are being carried out by your government. If this doesn't have you in a fucking uproar, then you need to wake up. I know my subs, I know where they're at on this, but this video needs to go beyond that. This information needs to go beyond that. And now we're going to have even less of an ability to do that. I got more for you guys. I'm sorry. Google taking measures to remove extremist videos from YouTube. Good old fucking Google headquarters. Google is ramping up its efforts to shut down extremist content online. Now, please, someone from Google, tell me exactly what the definition of an extremist is, because I would really like to know. Most of the changes will come on YouTube, where more is being investigated to create a way to automatically flag and remove potential terrorist videos. I went looking for terrorist videos the other day just to see what kind of online recruiting videos I could come up with when ISIS. And guess what? I didn't come up with shit because there isn't any. There might be a few fake ones that to me are completely created by the controlled opposition. They're not real whatsoever. And I have yet to see some of these propaganda videos that they talk about are just plastered all throughout YouTube. Senior Vice President Kent Walker says, while Google and YouTube has worked for years to remove content that violate their policies, the industry needs to acknowledge that more needs to be done. This comes as terrorist propaganda continues to sweep the internet. I guess it depends on how Google defines extremist. My sentiments exactly. I think I got one more for you guys. Get back out. Where's this one from? Yeah, Google to use their artificial intelligence and machine learning to tackle extremist content on YouTube. Extremism. I think I made a video called something to do with extremisms, and check that one out. You understand what I'm saying. Google Inc. is upping its fight against the spread of extremist content on its YouTube service by rolling out new artificial intelligence services in conjunction with additional human oversight to stop it faster. The advanced AI platform will use ongoing machine learning research that in theory can automatically flag and remove terrorist videos, but at the same time not take down legitimate news reports. Oh, so I'm sure CNN, ABC, and CBC, and all the three-letter alphabet fucking arms of the propaganda network known as the government, those will be fine. Oh, I'm sure that's not fake news or, I mean, give me a break. The challenge is for the platform to determine which is which. For example, a terrorist organization may post a clip that is then used in part by a legitimate news service such as the BBC, the latter an acceptable presentation of the content. We have used video analysis models to find and assess more than 50% of the terrorism-related content we have removed over the past 6 months. I would like to see even 10% of the videos that they're talking about. We will now devote more engineering resources to apply our most advanced machine learning research to train new content classifiers to help us more quickly identify and remove extremist, terrorist-related content. The algorithms, which I've already spoken about, that use machine learning and AI will be complemented by a human touch, with YouTube greatly increasing the number of independent experts, blah blah fucking blah. You guys get the idea. We've been calling this shit out for a long time. Please share this video, get it out there to the people that care, because it's not going to stop with YouTube. They're already headed towards the First Amendment in general. If you type in, First Amendment with the extremist, or right-wing radicalization and the threat of freedom of speech, or anything along those lines, you'll see what the pundits are talking about, and you'll get an idea of where exactly this is going. Now, I have a lot more documents on this. This is actually not the video I was going to make. I wanted to show you some of the legislation that has been introduced to Congress, and I still intend to do that, but this shit, it's got to end, guys. We have got to get together and do something, and we cannot wait on lawsuits from George Webb to do this, and we can't wait for Lift the Veil to sell out even more to agree with some of this. And I mean, nothing against those guys, but the charade's gone on long enough. It's time to start focusing again on some of the shit that's actually affecting us at this moment in time. I'm sorry if I sound a little frustrated, guys. I mean I am, so to my subs, I love you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I got some things that I really want to get out to the public if I'm allowed to. But yeah, that's all I got for now, guys. So I'm out. All right, peace.